Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Virgo September 18, 2022. Aspects today seem to highlight areas of dissatisfaction or disagreement. Others might be pushing your buttons. Or, if you're feeling a little on edge or unsatisfied, the temptation to rile others up can come on. Aim to detach yourself just enough to stay in a calm place and work things out. However, pay attention to what's emerging from within, since you may revisit unresolved problems later. Different perspectives can be frustrating today, but they can also be good learning experiences. Still, it's best to recognize that conflicts today may focus too much on surface problems, leaving core issues untouched. Looking more closely at what's happening can be helpful. A Sun-Neptune opposition today can leave you vulnerable to ups and downs related to reputation or career matters, and possibly with family or living conditions. You may not know where you stand on an issue or where you're headed, and these things can interfere with your motivation levels. If you're struggling with intuition, making the bigger decisions may not be wise. In truth, your living conditions, relationship with family, and personal life are strengthening this month. The current emotional dip is a reminder to adjust your expectations or dreams and goals to better match your current situation. A rather challenging day for your personal and romantic life lies ahead of you. This is because the mighty Sun is going to clash with an overpowering Neptune within the sky. You may suddenly feel overly emotional, paranoid, and panicked, so it would be best not to indulge in addictions or libations to take the edge off. Some confusing or disconcerting emotional news will likely pop up, throwing you for a loop and triggering immense anxiety. Don't let the toxic energy get the best of you. Try to meditate, stay grounded, and keep yourself balanced. It might be a challenging workday. You may have some private matters or issues at home that ooze into your work as Venus in Virgo squares Mars in your sign. It can be tiring to put on a brave, professional face when you know there are things to attend to in your personal life. If possible, you should try to open up. Talk to your supervisor about taking a personal day, or even leaving early to see to your private commitments. The worst thing that could happen is being told no. The planetary alignment is emphasizing your emotions. If you set the stage properly, this brief transit will allow you to see more clearly into your mind. Set the stage with yoga, rest, exercise, and a mindful diet. Allow yourself to know what you've been avoiding. Ask for awareness so that you can progress along your personal path. It's important to eschew all inner judgment. The self cannot make itself known amidst judgment. Be the rock that you wish others could be for you. Here is a day that is going to be favorable. The vibrations are going to allow you to start pushing ahead and discover new horizons. So, get involved with your family and friends, and don't hesitate to communicate with them and open yourself up to new ideas. The atmosphere will be relaxed in your emotional life, and you will multiply the interesting contacts that you make. In your professional life, you will have a slight decrease in activity, but nothing of any consequence. Keep the sense of curiosity and fresh outlook you have. Your family and friends admire this in you. Since the Sun and the faster-moving planets move through Gemini in the first half of the year, the Moon's monthly visits have been more a chance to check that you are on track than a call to reinvent the wheel. Yet as the Moon aligns with Mars for the first time in your sign in 2 years, all bets are off. This is just the first of many monthly alignments over the next 6 months, something that is both amplifying and giving you a better read on where to channel Mars' passions, warrior, and competitive spirit. After a friendly aspect to Mercury, in his early days in retrograde motion in your romantic sector shortly after returning to Gemini yesterday, the Moon aligns with Mars here today. Along with Saturn, in retrograde motion in an adventurous part of your chart, the Moon is helping to bring a mix of nostalgia, romance, passion, and adventure together that is just a taste of things to come. You're primed and ready to spend on beautiful things to make your life more comfortable and relaxed. But maybe you don't need that gold-plated backscratcher or the all-expense-paid trip to Hoboken. Paring back a little on spending leaves more room in the future for projects, trips, and activities that truly light your fire. Your friends can help you stay on track. Our eyes in the sky. Today brings some sudden and unexpected surprises that might require a lot of patience. As Venus in Virgo squares the moon, there is a give and take between what you want and what is actually occurring. If you feel the need to stand in your truth, this is when you could meet some opposition. This competing energy doesn't want to budge for anyone's preconceived expectations. However, Mars is going to kick you right out of your comfort zone whether you're ready or not. The Gemini moon helps bring things around by allowing a more analytical approach to everything. Maybe these are the actual changes you need to really step into a more authentic version of yourself after all. Even if you feel a little scattered right now, it doesn't mean that there isn't light at the end of the tunnel. There's a generous amount of earth energy in the sky as well. This helps on the financial end of matters and deepens your commitment and maturity in this realm of your life. You have to stick with the vision and allow the rest to unfold. Message or phone call from someone dear who lives far away could arrive today. You've been thinking about this person for a while, so don't be surprised if you hear from him or her. You're especially attuned to the thoughts and feelings of others right now. In fact, you may feel especially inspired to work on projects of your own, as ideas are likely to fill your head. Have fun. In the pre-dawn hours, the Gemini moon trines retrograde Mercury in Libra, allowing us to reconcile an emotional issue. Replaying past exchanges and conversations in our heads helps us to appreciate why matters unfolded as they did. Although we may achieve greater personal understanding on a matter, it's best not to attempt to repair or course-correct anything while Mercury is retrograde. The fact that this reevaluation has occurred is the important thing. Before noon, Venus in Virgo squares off with Mars in Gemini, provoking impatience. A helpful connection between the Moon and Uranus can reunite you with your motivation and drive, reigniting some much-needed passion in your heart and mind. Before bed, be sure to journal any emotional or mental breakthroughs you had today so you can relax when it's time to get some rest. This aspect creates difficulties in achieving compromise, and we, therefore, tend to experience its effects in our relationships. Currently, both Venus and Mars are transiting Mercury-ruled signs, signs that overanalyze, signs that get hung up on details, and signs that are answering to retrograde Mercury. Their clash perpetuates conflict in the form of arguments or crossed signals. Neither party feels seen or heard, although if we stop and listen to what the other person is trying to say, we'd probably discover that we want the same things, we just have different approaches to getting there. One positive manifestation of this influence, if channeled appropriately, is powerful sexual tension. Make-up sex may be our reward if we can manage to put aside our differences.